Hello everybody, my name is Lucas and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I thought I would make this video for all of the aspiring streamers out there, or maybe you're a streamer who averages 10 viewers but your quality isn't the best due to your internet connection. I don't know very much about whether your CPU is being overloaded or you don't have enough RAM. I don't really know how to fix that, but one thing I do know how to do is, if you're using open broadcasting software or OBS, I can show you a couple things, a couple of settings that will affect your required amount of internet connection, and so hopefully you can find the right range of settings to where you can have a successful stream without dropping very many frames. So if I switch over to display capture, you're going to see a lot of me, a lot of me's. You're going to find your OBS settings down in the lower right hand corner. I'm sure you've already found them. You're going to click on them, and you don't really need to be concerned with anything in the first two tabs. This is just your account and output. This is the first main thing out of three that I really have found that affect your internet connection a lot and how much internet is required. Your first is your video bitrate. This is how much internet your computer is sending out. Basically, you have the internet connection and you're sending it out 200 kilobytes of information per second over the internet. That is what mine is at. Most high-end streamers are anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 if they enable advanced encoder settings. But this is the first place I would look. I would try and keep your quality the same, but this would be the first place I'd look, is to lower this down and maybe make, I shouldn't really be saying this, but maybe make a second Twitch account and log into this and just fiddle with the settings. Go live, look. A useful tip is you can look down here and you can see your stream health. In a nice color. It'll be either red, or red is bad, obviously, and then green is good, and it'll tell you how fast your internet connection is off to the right and how much information is being sent out. If you set your bit rate at, say, 1000, and if you look over here and you see that your internet is only getting up to about 800 and your stream health is either red, or you watch a VOD and it's super laggy or like pixelation, then you might want to lower that down to sort of match your maximum capacity of your internet, and you might even want to go a little further below just in case your internet speed drops, somebody gets on in your house. My internet can support more than 200, but it can support about 350, but 350 is not much of an improvement over 200 in terms of watching it, and plus it gives some buffer room for if somebody jumps on the internet at my house. I can sort of afford the load. The next thing that I would maybe take a look at is audio bitrate. I like to keep mine nice and low at 96. I'm not really sure how it affects it. The video bitrate is 200. If this is 96, I don't know if you require 296, but if you're struggling with quality, 96 sounds fine. It really does. There's no reason to go above it unless you have the power. So 64 even sounds good. Just set it somewhere around there. That's what I would do. I'll come back to the encoder later, because that's sort of fine-tuning everything. The next sort of tab you want to look at is the video output. If you try and zoom in here, video output is currently active, so I won't be able to change anything. But I stream at the lowest quality possible and record at 360p. So the way to look at this is I have 640 multiplied by 360 pixels being sent out 48 times per second. So obviously output resolution and FPS are huge things to consider when if your internet can handle it. I recommend sticking with a 16:9 aspect ratio, just because that's what your preview aspect ratio is 16:9. So I think the next one up here is like 860 by something. So you can go anywhere from like 360p even to like, I don't know, some of the other options. But the main thing that I would be concerned about is FPS. 60 FPS is a lot. It's a lot of information being sent out. To me, 30 FPS, especially on a face cam, looks a little choppy, so I found a middle ground in 48, and that seems to be working just fine for me. But you could always adjust your FPS values, and I recommend, I don't know if I've already said this, but make a test account and fiddle with these settings, because that's what I did until I found tune it and found the right settings to where I dropped the least amount of frames. And that's 460 by 360 or 640 by 360 resolution. Sadly, I wish I could have more, but internet connection is out of my control right now. So if I click OK, and then, I guess the last thing that we can look at, a couple of more things, is the encoder. So if we go back to our output, you'll see we have encoder. Yours might be on software, but I recommend changing it to hardware. If you look up Harris Heller on YouTube, he has a great explanation of these things, of how to fix, a laggy OBS. If it's your computer, encoder is one of those things, as well as internet, of course. And if you click Enable Advanced Encoder Settings, you'll get this option, Encoder Preset. Basically, this is how long your computer spends on forming each frame. So this is more of a CPU thing, but I need everything I can get in terms of pulling internet in. So I would recommend fiddling with this. If I put it on max quality, I found I'll drop all the frames. I'm not sure why, but I would recommend somewhere in the middle. I have mine all the way at the bottom because it's gonna look bad anyways. It'd be interesting. I haven't really fiddled with the settings a lot, but I would recommend max quality versus quality. There's really not a difference. Just put it on really low latency and above is fine for looking perfectly great, 60 FPS, whatever. If you want to save on some GPU, even though this is mostly an internet tip, CPU and GPU, I would recommend messing with this. I just keep mine on low latency performance because I pride myself on having the lowest quality stream on Twitch. It's not really a pride thing, it's just an internet thing. Just my motto. I don't think I changed anything, so I'm just going to click OK. That's pretty much everything I have. I guess, I'm not really sure what custom encoder settings mean. Look them up on Google. I can't help you with that. But I hoped that this video helped some of you explain, how do I drop less frames when streaming? I've adjusted, I think I've adjusted all the settings, and I don't know what bitrate means and blah blah blah. So I hope this video helped explain some of these things to you. And if you want to check out my stream, it'll be down in the description, twitch.tv/rudog12. I think I will be changing the name of this channel to that very soon. But if you want to see sort of how the streams look, this is what I stream at. Obviously I record at 360p, the streaming doesn't get any better. So also, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below or ask me in stream. I'll be very happy to stop what I'm doing and check out and answer these questions for you. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. Hope you all enjoyed. Check out the Twitch stream. Really, we are 0.03 average viewers away from reaching Twitch affiliate. So that's super cool. Also, we have a Discord. You can find it through my Twitch link down in the panels below. That's gonna do it for me. I hope you all learned something and have a great rest of your day.